Hey, howdy y'all, it's Frightman and I'm here at Joann in Houston, Texas. I've heard that they have Halloween. Let's go inside and see what they have. I'll have to say, I am really impressed. I've never been to Joann for Halloween and they have so much stuff, and right now everything is 40% off. Let's take a look. So these raptor skulls are pretty cool. They're like $12.99 and they come in fluorescent colors as well, which is pretty cool. So if you want the white traditional, you got that. If you want the fluorescent, you've got that as well. And I have to assume that these are going to be black light reactive. So let's just kind of take a pan through here and I'll look at some of these prices. So this guy is $39.99. But right now, they do have everything off for 40% off. This goat head is also $34.99. He's pretty cool looking. He's about a foot tall. These skulls are $14.99. This guy is also about a foot long and he is $59.99, but he does have LED, red LED inside of him with a switch so he can glow. Down here we're looking at some cats and those are also $39.99. Pretty much this whole row is nothing but skeletons and there are so many choices. Not only do you have full-size skeletons, but all of these different animal skeletons as well. Let's take a look at some more of the unusual ones. So this guy looks like, I guess that's a troll, a elf. Yeah, he's kind of got an elf-like looking going on him. And he's $24.99. Next to him is, I'm going to have to assume if that's an elf, that this is probably a reindeer. Let me see if it actually says on the tag. Okay, so they call this guy the gnome. So this one would be a gnome. And next to the gnome is the goat skeleton. And the goat skeleton is $34.99. Next to him, we have our Bones. His name is just Bones, and he is also $34.99 for Bones. We have a chicken. The chicken is also $34.99. He's pretty cool looking. There's our chicken. Next to the chicken is a dog with a bone in its mouth, and he is also $34.99. It's a pretty cute little guy. Here is a duck, and the duck is also $34.99. You can get 3 skeleton hands in a package, and these guys are $29.99. These hanging skeletons are $9.99. They're pretty cool. I like this colorful one. He is pretty interesting. Take a look at that. So let's just scan through some of the other skeletons that we have here. So I see another smaller dog. There is a smaller duck. There is a smaller goat head. This pig is kind of cool. Let me see if I can move the goat head and show you this pig. So the pig is also $34.99. Not sure I get the reference to this, but it is a sewing machine made out of skeletons. It's pretty cool. And there's a donkey next to that sewing machine. Kind of like this guy too. This is a big iguana. So he's pretty cool. I would say probably 1.5 feet, something like that. Maybe it's an alligator, but it looks like an iguana to me. Yeah, as I look at his mouth, actually I guess it would be more of an alligator and less of an iguana. And this guy is also, oh, I thought he'd be $34.99, but he is actually $59.99. So here are some more of their skeletons. Not only do they have regular skeletons, but they also have some orange type here. Those are kind of cool. I do like these. These guys are, let's see here, $49.99. And here is the famous Fiji mermaid. So she's pretty cool. She's probably about 3 feet tall, and she is also $49.99. Not a bad face on that lady. And next to her is a snake. So here's our snake skeleton. Probably not quite as long as the Fiji mermaid, so I am going to say that this snake is probably coming in at about 2 feet. And this guy is $24.99. There's some individual hands. They are $6.99. So that's pretty cool. If you need just an individual skeleton hand, looks like Joann's is the place to get one of those. All right, people like those pink flamingos. How about a flamingo skeleton? That's kind of cool. That is, let's see, that is $59.99 for the flamingo. And definitely very colorful there. Certainly would be unique to have that in your yard instead of just the regular old pink flamingo. And check out these super bright green skeletons. Oh, that's really cool. So these are alien skeletons. Take a look at that. So these guys are $119. I am going to say that it looks like it's about 4 feet, something like that. But definitely unique. I can say in my lifetime, I have never seen an alien skeleton before. So I think that's a pretty cool option. And based off of the color, I want to say that it's going to be UV reactive, but you cannot always guarantee that just because of the color. So they have tons of these posable skeletons, and these guys, obviously they would be posable just looking at the way that they are arranged here on the shelf. And not only can you get them as a skeleton, but you can also get them in a pumpkin fashion. And they are coming in at, looks like they are, price is hard to find here, $119, and it has a button on it. So, okay, so a little bit of sound. So we got some sound, and we have some lights going on in the head. I don't believe that the white ones do not have a button, so they don't do anything, but these orange ones do have that little audio, and they have that light up head. So those are pretty cool. I'm assuming that they're the same price. The orange is $119, and the white ones are just $99. So they also have some pretty large neon signs, like this one is a ghost. This is $99. And I also see a purple cat down here in the rack. So there's a lot of decorative items going on here. Some of these look like they are shelves. Others look like you would just be hanging them on the wall. And there are some witch pots going on down here. This face is pretty cool. I don't believe we do anything here. No, it's just oh, actually it does have a button. So let's see what this guy's gonna do. So it looks like this guy has a red LED light up in the head. So So he's kind of cool for just a wall hanging statue, or a wall hanging figure, if you will. And he is coming in at, so he is $39.99. So there's quite an assortment of just decorative items here. We'll go down this lane and just take a look at some of these decorative items. It's a really pretty candle holder here. I do like that. So I'm not quite sure what a prison lamp is, but it's $44.99. Looks unique. It'd be nice if they had one out that you could actually see what it looks like plugged in, but looks like it's pretty cool effect. I don't know how much of a Halloween item that would be, but hey, there it is. So looks like there's some pretty cool skulls here, just shelf decoration here, but I do like them. There's definitely some nice ones. And up here there's a really cool pot. So I really like this pot as well. I don't think it does anything. No, it's just decoration. So this pot is $24.99 for that pot. And these skulls, let's see. This really pretty, almost glass looking one is $29.99. And the black one is $29.99. So there are some purple candle holders that are pretty nice looking, $24.99. Next to them is some barware that's pretty cool looking too. So this skull stack has some candles built into it. It does have a switch on it. Let's take a look at that. So with that switch we can get those candles to light up, and that skull stack is $54.99. It's about a foot tall. It's kind of a nice piece here. There's a smaller one next to it that does not have a button, I don't think. Let's see. It does not. Wow, this is really lightweight too. This is $39.99 for this skull stack. This mirror is pretty cool too. Kind of got a it's kind of got a, I guess, a witch kind of fortune teller thing going on with the eye in the center, and we got moons around it. Yeah, you can't really see. Maybe you can. So it's pretty nice. It's just a mirror on a stand. So it doesn't do anything. It's just for looks, and that is $29.99. I'm just going to browse through this particular shelf and just show you some of the items. Extra items here. There's a black pumpkin. There was some stars. Kind of a, not even sure what this is. Is it just a plaque? Yep, these are just plaques that are attached together like tarot cards that looks like there's 4 of them that just kind of open up to put on your shelf. Soap dispensers, those are kind of cool. Some more pretty skulls. I do definitely like those. These guys are, it says try me. Let's try it. So it lights up. It's kind of bright in here, so maybe not so obvious that it's lighting up, but it is lighting up, and it is kind of pretty looking. These are $39.99. These balls also have the word light up on them, but I don't think they have a try me switch. No, there's no try me switch on those, so I can't really do those, but kind of nice shiny looking balls. I like this lady. I'm assuming it's a lady. I think it's a lady. Anyway, she's really pretty. It's just wall decor, but pretty nice skeleton sculpt there in a really pretty frame. Let's see what she costs. She is $24.99. She's pretty cool looking though. I kind of like her. There's a little bit more of palm reading, tarot reading going on this hand. This hand is $24.99. Not sure what this is made out of, but it's a nice looking item. There's a few little cauldrons next to that. Not sure what's going on with this black bar. Let's see here. It has a switch. Oh, okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let me get over here to where you can see it better straight on. So it looks like it's just kind of solid, and with the switch it says it's just a phase, and you can check out and see all the different phases of the moon. That is actually kind of cool. That is only $29.99 too. Yeah, I kind of dig this because you don't see anything until the switch is on, and the light behind it makes it look really nice. I really like this big hand. This hand is probably about a 1.5 feet long from tip to tip or tip to wrist. Kind of cool looking. I'm not sure what all we got saying on here. Okay, no, it's palm reading hand. That's kind of cool. And next to that is even a cooler item. This is a mirrored moon. And this guy is probably, I'm gonna say 2 feet. It's 2 feet tall. It's a nice big mirror. I'm assuming it's real mirror, but maybe it's plastic. Let's see. Yeah, it's plastic. So this piece, it looks like it's plastic, but the actual mirror pieces here, they're actually real mirrors. I want to turn it around, but I only have one hand because I'm holding the camera. So there's no price without turning it around, and I don't want to buy it if I break it. So I'm not going to be able to tell you the price on that one. This says, the moon made me do it. So it's like it's just a hanging plaque there. And just scroll down here. A few other things going on here. Not quite sure. Looks like it's just all kind of decoration. There are some candle holders here. Those are pretty nice candlestick holders. So those are pretty cool looking. So here we have a lot of textiles. Some pillows. More pillows. Looks like maybe some Halloween towels going on down here. So they all look like they kind of have the same design, which is either this one, which is the moon made me do it, or some of them have this, which is a spider pattern, spider web pattern. And then down here on these towels, it looks like it's probably, I'm going to guess just looking at this pattern, this is probably more of the moon pattern, but they're wrapped up so you can't really see. This is kind of just a throw pillow, so he's pretty cool. Probably about 2 feet tall. Let's see what he runs. He costs $39.99 for this skull throw pillow. And over here, we have some more cauldrons. These are decent sized cauldrons, I would say. Probably about 1.5 feet wide, something like that. Maybe 14 inches, 16 inches. But cauldron with a handle. Oh, they're actually made out of metal. So that kind of surprises me. They are $59.99, but not bad. Here's another moon made out of the mirror, but instead of having all the mirrors around it, it just has that black frame. This guy is really cool. I like this door knocker. So it feels like it's just a plastic, like a resin material, but he's a pretty cool door knocker. I dig you. Let's see, he is $39.99 for that door knocker there. So I like this snake coming in at $24.99. It is about, I'm gonna say 16 inches or something like that. It's just a snake made out of wood, but he looks pretty cool. I like him. Nice decoration. So they have a 8-foot tall skeleton, and on the box it says that it comes with support poles. It speaks to you in English. It has quite a few different phrases on it. It says base support poles, adapter, and volume control on this guy. 8 feet tall skeleton. It's a big box, so I'm assuming it doesn't break down into a bunch of pieces, which for folks that want to put something like this together, that's pretty good. I also see here on the arms that it has sockets. So it looks like you could move the arms up and down if you want. So that's a nice option. And it looks like he's got some spooky eyes going on here. So pumpkins, yes, they do have pumpkins, and they have quite a selection of pumpkins. So we'll just scroll through these. Lots of different prices. There's a pumpkin stack. There is a really large pumpkin. There are ones made out of, looks like a metal. Yeah, these are made out of, so this pumpkin stack here, the red, green, and white, is made out of a metal. And looking at their price points, there are lots of different prices on these particular pumpkins, so I'm not going to try to read through each one, but quite a selection, that's for sure. I do like this jack-o'-lantern. He's pretty cool looking. Looks like it's probably got a little light up action going on here. There's a try me switch. Let's see what happens with the jack-o'-lantern. Nothing happens with the jack-o'-lantern, so I guess his battery is dead, unfortunately. But looks kind of cool. Next to him is a ghost that also has a try me. What does his try me do? He is $69.99. So we got a little green light up going on, and we got some sound effects going on. So for $39.99 is this mounted latex mask with a, I see that he's got a motion detector here built into his nose, so that's pretty cool. And that's what he looks like. I'm not sure what I'm going to call these guys. They're $59.99. They do have a try me button on it, but when you do the try me button, it just lights up on the inside here, and it's not very bright. I don't know if it's going to show up. Yeah, it does show up. So there's just an LED with a little bit of different colors going on in here, but looks like they are just some hard plastic. Not a fan, but they're okay if you're into that kind of thing. There is a two-headed, I guess it's a two-headed dog. Yeah, he's pretty wild looking. And next to him is a donkey, but I am kind of a little bit fascinated with the two-headed dog. I'm curious to see what he looks like off the shelf here. So this is a two-headed dog. As you saw, he's got animation going on with him, and he is $129. I guess I should be specific. $129.99 for the two-headed dog. Probably about 2.5 to 3 feet long. Kind of a cool looking prop. So these appear to be ceramic ghosts. They also have a button on them. I say appears to be ceramic because I haven't touched it. Yeah, they're ceramic. And the try me button. So it looks like they have LEDs simulating a candle burning inside. So there is a larger one for $119, and there is a smaller one for $49. The smaller one I would say is probably a foot tall, and the larger one probably 2 feet tall. Below that are some boots. Looks like these boots were made for walking. So we have some witch boots going on here. They look like they are made out of a resin material, but not a bad looking boot set. Definitely got a nice little detail going on. And I like the curve on the tip of the toe here. That's pretty cool. And I really like the spider webs. I like the one on the other side. I'll turn it back around this way. This one stands out more. I think it's pretty cool. And the boots are gonna cost you $50. It's also got a spider down here on this boot. So some decent detail going on there, boots there. Looks like based off of the number of them that they have here on the shelf, maybe they're not selling so well, but they look pretty cool to me. There is a pretty large black skull, and next to that is a large white skull, and there's also a large black planter here. Planter looks like it's probably made out of a plastic. Yeah, so that's just made out of a plastic, kind of a urn planter. And I think that these skeletons are designed to probably, these heads here on the black, they're probably designed to be planters as well because they're hollow and the top of them is open. It's not bad. It looks like it's got a pretty decent detail on the face there. These guys are pretty intriguing. I like these guys because they're large and it looks like it's got a lot of detail. So those are pretty cool. These are $79. Doesn't do anything. No button, no try me. It's just decoration, but they look pretty good. I'd say they're about 2 feet tall. So here is a tombstone. Rest in peace going on that tombstone. Got a little skulls and some rats going on down here. There is a try me button on this tombstone. Let's see what happens here. So you probably can't pick up the audio, but there's a little audio going on. And then you got the LED going on, LED lights going on the skeleton head here. It says I see you, just in case you can't get it. I don't see any motion detector. Yeah, I don't see any motion detector. Oh, I lied. So here is a motion sensor right here. So that would trigger off as your trick-or-treaters come up to your door. This guy, kind of cheesy. Not a huge fan of this one, but
are you having a cool night out? A smoky shout out to all the hearts out there. Happy Halloween.
well, the funny thing is, I said I actually didn't care for him because it's just a cheap plastic. But whenever I hit the try me button, he grew on me a little bit more. So let's see what's going on here. So he doesn't open up, so I was curious to see if it stretches out. So he's just on a base here, and I guess there is a sensor on him somewhere. I don't think you would want that going off all the time. I don't see a sensor built into this thing, so maybe he does have to go off all the time. Yeah, unless it's sound activated. Let me see if I can find out anything here on the tag. Interesting enough, the tag on this says that it causes radio interference and it is FCC approved. So I would have to assume that it is sound activated, but I'm not 100% sure about that. And he is $69. But I do like the movement on him. It's cheap and it's cheesy, but when you see the green lights, the sound's not bad and the movement's kind of cool.
Abandon hope for all who enter this Halloween crowd. You have been warned.
So this guy, I wanted to say it was resin, but it's not. It's just a plastic. Yes, you can see he's got a sensor built in here. He's $69.99.
This way. Well, we have been waiting for you. Come in and stay for a few centuries.
But it's kind of cool. And while I'm here, I should point out that they do have fall and Halloween material here. And it's a plush material, and that is $5.99 a yard. It says it's doorbuster. I don't sew, so I don't know if that's a good price or not. But kind of some cute material here. So I'm not going to call this selection Halloween. I'm just going to call it fall decoration. But there's some throw pillows, different sizes, different shapes. So definitely got some things going on there. So this aisle features just some different assorted Halloween decorations. There's some chains, there's some creepy cloth. Nothing that really stands out that you couldn't get anywhere else. But since we're here, I figured let me just show you. I do like this mirror. This mirror is kind of neat. It's just the framing on it's kind of nice to have a Halloween mirror. Some hanging skull cauldrons. Those are kind of cool actually. I like this idea at least. Oh. And these are actually I guess they're actually flower pots, and they're ceramic, which really shocks me. I expected plastic. So those are kind of cool, $29. I'm almost afraid to turn it around and show you because I don't want to crack one and have to buy it. There we go. So yeah, that's not bad. Ceramic hanging pot. I do notice that it's hanging off of a kind of a thin, I guess I'll call it a string material. I would be afraid of my squirrels biting through that. I think I'd have to put chain or some other type of hanger on it. Here is a door chime. Looks like they have, it's a Haunted Mansion knockoff is what it looks like. 33 Haunted Manor. So it looks like based off of what you push, you're going to get different sounds for your doorbell. So these guys are kind of cool. I can't say I've really ever seen anything like this. Well, I've seen similar, but not quite like this. But they're to put on your tree. So they're $29.99, and they are basically tree huggers. So there is an alien, there is a skeleton, and there is this zombie looking guy. And there's also a pumpkin tree hugger. So I guess they're just made out of a, okay, they're just made out of a light plastic. $29, kind of a high price, but the idea behind it, of this tree hugger, I think it's kind of cool. I like the idea. I don't know if I like it $29 worth. So here is another tree accessory if you don't want a tree hugger. This one looks like it actually goes onto the tree itself. Give it effect that you have arms and a face on your tree. That is $29. It's kind of cool looking. I'm sure it's just a also a cheap plastic, I'm assuming. It's a hard plastic. It's not bad looking at all. If you had a big oak tree in your yard, I think that would be a cool effect. Here's just some more decoration, kind of almost a spider web type of design with witch feet or witch legs coming off of the center of that witch body, or the witch hat right there. And they also have this ghost collection coming off of a haunted house that's made out of metal. So that's kind of a nice little piece. All the different ghosts coming off of the haunted house. So they also have a decent selection of I'm going to call it kitchenware. So some serving trays, there are some towels, some more serving trays down here. So that's there's some trays here that are kind of nice. There is a bat and a spider web and a jack-o'-lantern. And then this serving tray has 3 different sections in it with the skeleton, so that's pretty cool. Here's a ghost tray. This almost looks like it would be a cat or a dog dish bowl, but I guess you could put candy in it as well. But quite a few, or a lot of selection here on housewares. Now what I'm really like is this barware selection. So the barware selection, there's a lot going on here. This is $39 for this one. Cocktail glasses with the skull hands on it. 2 glasses, $39.99. These are kind of cool. Got a skull hand shaker right here. And there's bottle openers, wine bottle caps. So these are $12.99. But like I said, there's a decent selection of barware here, which is pretty cool. I really like this skull hand, and I like this bottle opener of the skulls. Those are really nice. There's some additional barware down here. So it looks like there's some martini glasses. Those are 2 for $49. Ice bucket. Wow, that's a fancy ice bucket. Got the ice bucket going on with a bunch of glass beads on it. These martini glasses, I didn't really realize that they're being held up with skeletons. So unfortunately I don't have any out of the box that I can show you, but they're really nice looking. And then there's some whiskey glasses, or they say it's wine glasses, so my bad. So there's some wine glasses here, and these are 2 for $39. Those are kind of cool too. Have this silver skeleton hand molded around the base of it. So this decanter is pretty cool as well. It's $39.99. It's got that same skeleton hand at the base molded around it, but that's kind of cool. So they definitely have a good selection of barware here. And I'm not going to say the word because you're going to laugh at my pronunciation of it. I'll just say a meat and cheese board. You know what I'm talking about. So here's just some more decorative pieces. Nothing really jumps out at me here. Just some little odds and ends that I guess really didn't fit anywhere else. So it's just kind of this different assortment of decorative pieces. So on this aisle is just going to be more decorative pieces. There's some interesting stuff going on here. This is kind of cool. It's like a mini shelf to hang on your wall that is in the shape of a coffin with 2 shelves built into it. There's some different, I'm assuming this is resin. Yeah, so there's some different resin items here. Some more smaller skull stacks. This has a try me, $59. For $59, I like to see more than an LED light in it, but it is what it is. There is a skeleton on his computer sitting on a toilet. I'm not really sure why there's a skeleton sitting on a toilet working on his computer, but hey, there is one. And I can definitely say I have never seen one of those before. He is $19.99, and it feels like he's probably also made off of resin. One of the things I do kind of think is cool is instead of compact on his computer, he's got a skull. So these are 50 bucks. Looks like they're tapered candle holders. It would hold 3 candles, 1 on each of the skull. That's pretty cool looking. I think because it has a mirror background, that the reflection of the candles on that would be pretty cool. This guy is probably one of my favorite items here. If you haven't seen my video on my coffin corpse dance contest, or I should say dance competition, this is where he came from. So this Flying Notion book is $39. It's just a shelf display item. Doesn't do anything, just gonna sit on your shelf, but it's definitely unique. And next to that is also another shelf book item. When Witches Go Riding on Black Cats. And there is also a few more items here just for your shelf. This one's kind of cool. This one's pretty realistic looking actually. The pages on this look really good. And he's got a try me button. What does he do? He does absolutely nothing. But there are LED lights here in the eye, so I just have to assume that he lights up. $39 for that guy. There are several skull heads here that have headphones on, and different designs there. This guy looks like a pretty sleepy skeleton here. Does he have a try me button? Let's see, anything going on here? No, he's got a button, but he doesn't do anything. So I would assume that it's also just a light up item. So there's some trash cans here with a skull and a spider and a skull hand coming off the edge. It's made out of a resin? Yeah, it's a resin. It's pretty cool. I like this guy. I like this guy, the skeleton with the jack-o'-lantern. So he's kind of nice looking. This Halloween framed picture is kind of cool. It's kind of got a 3D effect going on it. It's probably not being captured well on the camera, but it's kind of cool looking. I'm not sure if this is from a movie or a character from a game, or if it's just a teddy bear skeleton, but he is $59. These are some plush jack-o'-lanterns and bats. I almost want to call them pillows, but they're too small to be pillows, so it's just a plush item. I guess kind of instead of having a stuffed animal, you have a stuffed jack-o'-lantern or a stuffed bat, or you can have a stuffed ghost. And they are $39. So here is just some more home decoration items. Lots of Lots of skeleton and skull themes in Joann. I've never been here before, but it's definitely heavy on skeletons and skulls. This is really cool. I'm assuming this is, okay, so it's wood, and this feels like it's wood too. Wow, that's kind of cool. So it's just a framed skeleton flying. I don't know what I would call this, but it's certainly unique. And it does feel like it's all carved out of wood, so that's kind of cool. The colors are really different. Definitely a unique design. It's about 18 inches long and probably a foot tall. I like this. And this guy is going to cost you $34.99. Again, on all the prices that I've said, that's the price that is tagged, but right now, everything is 40% off, so that $39 turns into $23. Here's a few more ceramic items just to put onto your shelf. Some more jack-o'-lanterns. I kind of dig this black and white one. He's got a try me button. I'm assuming he lights up. Let's see. Oh, that's unique. So he actually lights up blue. So I like that. Actually, it's color changing. Okay, so he's kind of cool. Ceramic, yeah. So there's kind of a huge selection of pumpkins here or maybe I'm gonna call them gourds, because there's things that are other than pumpkins, at least it looks like it. But lots of different colors, lots of different sizes, lots of different shapes. Again, all 40% off, so if you are into pumpkins and gourds, they definitely have a ton of those in various colors, various sizes, and I'm sure various prices. Well, so here is another unique section. These are Christmas tree or Halloween tree ornaments. I guess you could use them for both, but quite a selection. Disco ball, ghost, jack-o'-lantern stack, skeletons, witch pots. So that's kind of cool that they actually have a lot of stuff to decorate your Halloween tree, including the lights. So there's purple lights, orange lights, multicolor lights. There are pumpkin lights, and hey, you even have the tree down here. So if you need a Halloween tree, they even have that. So they also have more ornaments for your Halloween tree. These are kind of cool. These shiny pumpkins right here. I like the pumpkin bells. Those are $10. Those are kind of cool looking. They also come in a purple. And there's a big collection of different orange balls and some more small trees down here. So these are not really trees that are big enough that you could decorate. They're just kind of to put onto a shelf. But need some Halloween trees? Joann has you covered. So this is my first time to be in a Joann, and I'm pretty happy that I came. She has quite a selection of Halloween items at 40% off. I think the prices are okay. So go check out Joann. Joann for Halloween, you got it going on. And until next time, stay spooky, my friends.